Alrighty, welcome back to Final Fantathon, our quest to casually let's play every mainline Final Fantasy game, plus some bonuses. Don't turn your back on me, Imperial. He's not even paying attention. I'm doing my whole intro thing, he's not even paying attention. We got a lot to talk about, but before we do that, I want to get on a hunt so I can not be wasting time. Let's see. We didn't try this guy yet. This guy's a level 6, but maybe we can take him. Technic Shop and Arcades. So let's go to Arcades. So, so first things first, before we say anything, before we do anything, we gotta shout out Echo S. Echo S finally released fully their first full release of Echo S, so got to give huge props to the team that worked on Echo S. For those of you that don't know, Echo S is a Final Fantasy VII mod where they voice acted the entire game using a bunch of community members, bunch of people in our community, a bunch of people in their community, a bunch of people in the Final Fantasy VII community at large. Everyone came together and made voice clips for every character in the game, and they've been working on it forever. My original video, let's see, when was my original video covering Echo S? That got pretty popular. I don't know why my browser is so slow today. March 23rd, 2019. So almost 4 years ago is when I released my video about the first demo. So they've been working on it for probably close to 5 years, or maybe even more. And it's finally out. So big props to them. Super, super awesome. A ton of people in this stream are part of Echo S. In fact, some people here had like their kids do lines, their wives do lines, their husbands do lines, like, pretty crazy stuff. So, I need the Technic Shop, which is on the other side. So yeah, really, really cool. Awesome to see that that's finally out. Also, in unrelated news, I told you guys, on Monday that I was having issues with my leg and I didn't know what the problem was, and that I was going to the doctor yesterday. So I went to the doctor yesterday and it was exactly what I thought it was. Actually, I didn't tell you guys because I didn't want to WebMD, you know, I didn't want everyone WebMDing me. But it was exactly what I thought it was. It is a hernia. I have a hernia on my right side, and I get to get surgery to remove it, and that's going to be real fun. But luckily it's small, and the surgery is supposed to just be like 30 minutes in and out, so it shouldn't be a big deal. But yeah, I can't say I expected that to happen. I got it like on the way back from my trip. And, you know, a lot of times you get a hernia when you, like lift something heavy, you know, and it creates the hernia. But apparently this is, like, either hereditary or just something that, like, slowly built over time. I didn't, like, just do it one day. Especially since I was on my trip, I wasn't even doing anything physical. So, yeah, just something that I think, I mean, I've had like groin pains for a while now, so I think it's just been building up over time, and it's just something that now hopefully I'll get this done and it'll fix it and I won't have groin pain anymore. So I kind of look at it in the positive way, but not excited about surgery, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. You know what it could have been, actually? I was on my trip, but just before I went on my trip, I was doing Last of Us multiplayer to try to build up to the platinum we're working on. I bet you it was from carrying my teammates. I bet you. I wasn't even thinking about it, but honestly, now I think about it, more than likely. So we're hunting an overlord down in the Soken Cave Palace. Once we kill it, I'll be beating the ladies back with a stick. Okay. Yeah, that'd probably do it. Old man Death yelling about their video games and yelling at gaming clouds and getting hernias. Yep, that's me. I'm just the video game boomer at this point. So we're hunting an overlord down in the Soken Cave Palace. Wait, he already told me that. What? Is that it? Didn't give me any info? Just, we're going to be beating ladies back with a stick? That's my only hint. I mean, I guess he said it's in the palace. I guess I just go to the palace. Okay. Yeah, I felt like really... I felt kind of bad about it when I went to the doctor, because I was like, you know, it's probably for me sitting a lot, and I've been trying to be more active recently, but then like Christmas happened, and I haven't been like stretching or working out at all before work, and then this is my work, so I sit all day, and so I was like blaming myself and kind of feeling down, like, wow, I'm such an idiot for not exercising. This is my comeuppance. But he said that like it's not anything I did, like it's more than likely hereditary. There's certain hernias that, yes, you know, it can be like a physical thing, but he said that that's not the case, so that made me feel better about it. You know what else he said that really like blew my mind? He said that he got the same exact type of hernia, and he waited 6 months to get it fixed. I couldn't imagine that. And he's a doctor. So it's not like he was afraid of the doctor. He just didn't, he was just, you know, he said he was being an idiot and just not getting it fixed. And I was like, I couldn't imagine that. I mean, it's only been like 4 days, and it's already kind of like not really painful anymore. But it sure is uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't imagine having this for 6 months. It's my golfing career. No, not the golfing career. I was going, oops. He doesn't trust his coworkers. How's it going, 30? We're currently working on Mega Man. We're currently running OG Mega Man, which was the worst decision of my life. Next to getting a hernia. They're pretty much the same. The same amount of pain. Man, it's awful, I tell you what. It is so difficult. It's fun, but it is so difficult. The most difficult speedrun I've ever done by far. Yeah, I decided. Yeah, it's really, really wild. But it's fun. I'm hoping to get a respectable time. I'll be happy if I can just get a respectable time in it. I also may have found a new strat. I need to investigate it a bit more, but I may have actually found a strat for OG Mega Man, which would be like wild. Could you imagine? You're gonna be watching some Summoning Salt video about Mega Man, and he's gonna be like, so there wasn't a record for like 3 years, and then randomly this guy, Darth Unity Boost, found this random strat. Some idiot with a hernia was playing Mega Man. Some boomer was playing Mega Man. He accidentally found this trick. We're gonna call it the boomer strat. It does involve a bomb, so we could maybe call it the boomer strat. We might be able to swing this. We might be able to call it the boomer strat. You guys are gonna see it. The legendary boomer strat. Is the game too loud? It looks a bit loud. It's the same... It's the same as it always is, but I'm looking at the peaks and it looks a bit loud. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Just a little tiny bit. But, well, to me it looks loud. I can't hear, like, the difference between my voice and the game, but I can look at the peaks, and the peaks look loud. Oh yeah, I got my new spells. I got my new spells to try. Check this out. Yeah, I get wrecked. That spell is so strong, I have to stand still after casting it. Also, check this out. I'm floating. I'm floating without float. Have we talked about how strange Ash's attire is? Like, everyone else in the game is wearing armor, and it's like wartime full suits of armor type deal, and like even Vaughn pretty much is wearing armor minus the abs. And Ash just has like half of a shirt, a short skirt with a giant belt. And that's it. Like, it's so... I mean, the amount of skin she's showing is already kind of weird, but on top of that, it's not even like armor. It's so weird. You don't understand the midriff shirt thing? Well, they were channeling their inner Yuffie, and they were like, we gotta show belly button. Somebody at Square really liked belly buttons, not gonna lie. Oh my god. They're eating her. And then they're gonna eat me. Hopefully that guy no longer works there. Yeah, he works at Nickelodeon now. Never mind. Scratch that. You didn't hear it from me. Where is this guy? I was going metal. If you know, you know. I'll just leave it at that. Oh my god, the load time. Holy moly. Remember when we did the giant chain with these guys? That was fun. Let's see how much Flare does. These spells, you have to wait for everyone else to be done doing stuff, which is kind of annoying. Oh my god. Okay, Scourge is by far the best. Like, so Flare Flare takes like 1,000,000 years to cast, and it does 7,000 damage. Shock takes less time to cast and less MP, and casts like 6,000. It does like 6,000 damage. Scourge hits everyone, inflicts sap, and still deals 6,000 damage. Like, hello? Scourge is by far the best. How's it going, Retro? And it's a really quick animation. Like, really quick animation. Yeah, I want to get Scathe. I remember Scathe being really cool. I think that's the big beam. It's like the most memorable spell in the game, I think. It's the one I always remember. Yeah, and it looks Cthulhu. Looks like a Cthulhu, and I like Cthulhu. Everybody likes Cthulhu. Well, no, the cast time on all of them are the same. It is literally the animation. Like, the cast time is the same. But the animation, like how long it takes from the cast till the damage, is super long on Flare. So I would call that the animation, not the cast time. Because it does cast, but then the animation takes a while. I get what you're saying, though. You could technically group it into one and say, like, the whole thing is the cast time, but... like, the bar fills up, and she casts it in the same amount of time. But then, like, look at how long it takes for the number to appear. So, like, Flare, cast, but then look. Boom. Whereas Scourge is super fast. Scourge is cast, boom. Where is this bad boy? Sinking City was pretty fun. We played a couple hours of it, and I added it to the trophy quest because it was pretty fun. It's very unique game. I really liked the premise of it. I should be leveling up both air while I do this. Yeah, let's level up both air a little bit. Let's give you some licenses so you're not like totally a waste. That's great. I don't care. I should just make Balthair a heal bot. Oh, didn't we talk about The Last of Us show last week? I can't remember if we talked about it during Fantathon or not. But it's out now, and apparently it's pretty good. This is the original. For Fantathon, we're playing all of the original North American versions of every game. You can type !Fantathon in the chat to see all the games and exactly which versions we're playing. But yeah, we're playing all the original ones to kind of time capsule them in a way. Yeah, I can't remember if we talked about it on Friday or like the following Monday, but long story short, I said that it was probably going to be good, but potentially not follow the show well. And from what I've heard, it actually does follow the show pretty well. There's some people that are being like, his shirt isn't the same color. But from what I understand, it feels like Last of Us, and that's all that really matters in the end. It's a touchy subject, though, and I mean, it's the same conversation we pretty much had about the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's like, as long as it feels like the original and has the same themes and, like, makes you feel like you're seeing the original in a new way, like, I feel like it's fine. But it really depends on their vision. If they come out and say, this is Last of Us, like, it's literally Last of Us in a show, then you're gonna have different expectations, but they never said that. They said it's an adaptation, you know. And there's certain things that are good to change for a show. For example, and I haven't even watched it yet, so like I can't spoil you even if I wanted to. But from what I understand, like, you see Joel's daughter more than in the game. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. It's a show. It's going to be longer lasting. You can't have a character enter and exit in the first 10 minutes of a show when you have so many episodes and so many seasons. You're going to just completely forget that character. It's not like a video game story where you're playing it all within this course of like a week or two. You know, so it makes sense to do that. Like, that's just a change that needs to be changed because the medium is different, you know, and that's fair. Now, where I kind of falter with this kind of stuff, like I really don't know what side of the argument I'm on, is when it comes to small stuff. And I was talking about this a lot on Wednesday, but when you have like an adaptation of a anything, let's say a book, you have an adaptation of a book into a movie, right? And there's like some small detail, maybe talking about like Harry Potter, and let's say there's a baby dragon. What was the baby dragon's name? Norbert or something? Herbert, something like that. And imagine they like changed the name of Norbert in the movie to like Harold, you know? On the one hand, it's like, yeah, his name isn't that important. He's a small character. His name doesn't change anything. It's not like if we were to go back in time and change Norbert's name without anyone knowing, it wouldn't like affect his character in any way. So on the one hand, I feel like, yeah, change it. It's no big deal. But on the other hand, I feel like if it's such a small thing, why change it? Right? Like, you could have made it accurate and made everyone happy, but you chose to change it for like seemingly no reason. So that's where I kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. I've gone back and forth in my head with that. You have something like, the example I was using is like the gun. I don't know what gun Joel uses in the show, but it would be cool to see him use the same exact gun that's in the game, or at least one that looks very similar to the gun in the game, right? And if they change that, it just makes me wonder, like, why? Like, you could have made it accurate and you chose not to? And that kind of thing is annoying, you know? But when people go online and they say, like, the gun isn't the same, his shirt isn't the same color, the belt isn't the same, and, like, get all mad, then, from an outside perspective, I'm like, wow, those guys are petty. Like, it's not about the color of the shirt. It's about the characters and, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. Is it annoying that they don't follow it? Or is it okay that they don't follow it because they're more focused on making the show what it needs to be, making it feel like Last of Us? And the shirt doesn't represent Last of Us. It's just the shirt they decided to make, you know? I don't know. It's hard. Like, I kind of feel both ways about it. I feel like, yeah, you could go get a green shirt, but is it worth going to get a green shirt? Or is it better just to make sure that the whole show is good and follows the general thematic, you know? And they can't do everything. They can't follow every single detail they'll spend so much time doing that that... No, we're not talking about any spoilers, Fat Steve. I'm talking about shirts. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like part of it, I feel like, I guess the best way to go about it is kind of how the remake did it. Where there's certain things they do. There's certain things where they'll be like, this is a call out to the original. But then everything else they take creative liberties on. And I feel like that might be the best way to do it. Throw in a couple of cool things. Throw in a song that's in the game. Throw in one of the pieces of attire. Throw in his watch, or throw in his whatever. Throw in a gun that is specifically designed to look exactly like the gun in the original. But then the rest of it, just take creative liberties. And just try to make it a good show. You know? I feel like that's probably the best way to go about it. But I don't know. You're always going to have those people that are like, you didn't follow every single detail, so it's bad. And, you know, as much as I like to meme on those people, they have a point. You know? If you're going to take advantage of Last of Us, if you're going to take this thing that's already been sold for however many years, and you're going to try to sell it again, then, you know, the fans have a right to be like, you need to follow these certain things. If you're gonna take the namesake and try to sell it again, then yeah, I mean, I kind of get it. I kind of get the frustration. You know, I'm trying to think about it in the way of, like, Final Fantasy VII, because that's what I'm passionate about. You know, if they had made the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they build it like the Final Fantasy VII Remake, they were like, guys, if you like Final Fantasy VII, you need to buy the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So they basically, like, forced me into buying it, right? And then I bought it, and, like, Cloud wasn't in it. You know? Then I would have been like, you guys duped me. Like, you know? And sure, the show obviously isn't that not following the game, but I can see the argument. Like, I can see where people get upset. Where they're like, I love Last of Us, and you're trying to sell me Last of Us again. And then this, what you've sold me isn't convincing me that it's literally Last of Us. So, but from what I've heard, it's doing a very good job of being like Last of Us. And although they don't pick up every single little tiny detail, it seems like the majority of people are really enjoying it, so that's good. It's good after what we heard the director, whoever it was, say, and we were all getting kind of worried. Just don't do the Doom gimmick where, like, halfway through episode 3, the camera, like, pans behind Joel's shoulder and he does some, like, third-person shootout or something. That would be really lame. Please don't do that. Imagine the show was, like, super duper serious, and then, like, halfway through episode 5, Joel just dies. Just some clicker just straight up eats Joel, and then they're like, cut, and then they put everyone back in place, and then they're like, go again. But it's, like, in the show. Joel, you weren't supposed to get eaten. That'd be so stupid. Let's find this overlord. Don't want to keep the ladies waiting. The clicker, like, starts laughing. Sorry, man, I was hungry. See, that's the only thing that I think I can truly disagree with. Because like I said, I have an understanding of the people that nitpick shows like this. And although I disagree with it, I can understand at least where they're coming from. But when people say, like, an adaptation or a remake ruins the original, that's where I just got a hard disagree. That's just not the way it is. It is very easy for me to just remove that from my brain if I don't like it. If I don't like the sequel or don't like, you know, for example, Final Fantasy X-2. I think everyone here knows that I absolutely hate the character development in Final Fantasy X-2. It's an okay game. It does have its merits. Some people really like X-2, that's fine. But the character growth from 10 to X-2 makes absolutely no sense, and I hate it. And it ruins all of the characters. But it's easy for me to remove X2 and just play X. And just say, X is X, X2 never happened in my head canon, you know what I mean? Or it happened, but I can still look at what happened before and say that was good. I don't think X2 ruins 10 in any way. You know, you could just say, I enjoyed it up to this point, and then it got bad. Even it, like, I'm not even saying you have to say 10-2 doesn't even exist. Just say, from the beginning of 10 to the end of 10, it was good. Then X2 was created, and even if X2 says something like, oh, during 10, this happened, it's very easy for me to just remove that and be like, in 10, that didn't happen. Then when 10-2 starts, they explain that this happens, and that's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I can easily remove that in my brain. And I wish that everyone was the same way, because I do hear a lot of people say, like, well, in the sequel, it explains that this person did this thing in the original because of this, and that ruins the original for me. It's like, no, just remove it and say, like, this is what happened in 10 before 10-2 started, and then when 10-2 started, this was explained, and you don't like that. You know what I mean? Just, it's pretty easy for me to do that. And people that say stuff like, the remake, the Final Fantasy VII remake ruins the original, like, dude, you're out of your mind. We're talking decades before the remake was made. Like, you're telling me that everyone's history with Final Fantasy VII and all of their memories and all of the times they played through the game, all that's ruined because of something that was made decades later? Like, you're out of your mind. There's no way. Or something that's a completely different medium. Like, you know, The Last of Us show. Like, that's a show, and Last of Us is a video game. They don't affect each other. In my eyes. Also, this guy's a rank 6, and we're blasting him. He's not having a good time. Ow, that hurt. Can you not do that? I need protect. Woo! Woo! I need more than protect. Don't be a hero. Hold there. Don't be a hero. Oh, thank goodness that missed. I wouldn't mind if Balthair died right now. Dude, that attack is wild. Dude, he suddenly turned it up. Alright, there we go. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Why don't you have bubble? Actually, isn't it time? I just gotta cure up this. Oh my god. As long as I cure up a healing spell, it'll wait until he casts his thing. But if it one-shots me, there's nothing I can do. Everything's fine. I just need bubble. I just need bubble up and I'm fine. Please don't hit me with that. Please stop chasing me. Please stop. Bro. Please stop. Here comes that boy. I don't think he's gonna stop. I don't think he's gonna stop chasing me. I guess we're leaving. Man, I don't want to leave though. Oh god, he's really close. Oh no. Maybe he just wants to apologize? Oh, I hit a trap. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. I really hit a trap. Heal me, frog. You're friendly. Well, I was going to try to revive. I was going to try to revive somebody and then quickening. But I don't think that's happening now. Yo, Valaine, thank you so much for the primer, man. Appreciate it. Snake. Please chill. Alright. All we need is protect Shell Bubble. And we'll be fine. He doesn't have much health. We can blast him down pretty fast. And kill these stupid zombies too. Zombies and chickens. Don't step on the trap. You stepped on the trap. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. You're dead. Alright, can I pull the frogs? Or just kill them from afar? Okay. Alright, here's the deal. We all have shell? We got this. Ooh, I forgot about this new bow. Just not doing a lot of damage. Yes, make sure to keep that shell up. We're gonna need it. I'm just on cure duty. I actually don't want to... I don't want to do my Berserk Fran's tracks. I want to keep Shell. Although I could cast Shell myself. But... I should actually just have Fran heal because holy crap, my damage was nuts. Holy moly, my damage. I'm at the water park. My bros are at Chili's. Haha, I did it! The sooner I get back to the Technic store and start singing my own praises, the better for womankind. See you there. Wow. This character aged great. Nothing wrong with this character. Dude, I want to go to Chili's now. I haven't been to Chili's in a while. I miss it. Dude, I will never forget the day that Mushroom went to Chili's and sent me a picture of the menu. That was a turning point in our relationship, I'll be honest. That was... It changed from, like... You know... We were pretty good friends at that point, but... It changed to, like, a brotherly thing. You know? Because that's the type of thing a brother would do. It became a, oh, so we can do this and still be friends kind of thing. It must be real. I'll do it again. It's alright. When we go to Chili's, you're paying. I'll be like, the Chili's expert. You know all about the menu. You must know what everything costs and must have it all budgeted out, so... Would you go ahead and pay? Probably bought the correct amount down to the change. You got it all memorized. Bring both hair back in. I don't think Chili's has chili dogs. I don't even know if Chili's has chili. The chilies they're talking about are peppers. They probably do have chili just for the meme. It can't be Chili's without chili, so just put it on the menu. Their menu is also massive, so I wouldn't be surprised. This is the type of conversation that only happens here. And I love it. See, other web shows, they're like, let's talk about the gaming industry. Let's talk about important things about upcoming games and the industry and what's going on behind the scenes. Here at 48 Live, we're like, does Chili's serve chili? Asking the real questions. But does Chili's serve Chili's? Alright, someone Google it. I'm not gonna sit here for the next 8 hours and not have this information. Somebody Google the menu. Mushroom, you have the whole menu memorized. Why don't you know? What do you mean no one tell him? This is cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, chili doesn't really fit their menu. Because they're Tex-Mex. But, like, they gotta have chilies. Wait, this can open? That way lie trouble and confusion. You who are yet drawn towards the ascetic's door, count out your steps, tracing suns round. At journey's end, the door embrace you. Count out your steps, tracing suns round. Well, this... I mean, this kind of looks like a sun. I don't think... Huh. I mean, the only thing I can think of is, like, do you have to go around in a circle and come back? I don't think that would really do anything, would it?